As a point of principle, indeed for a whole variety of reasons, none of my normal crazy people stories ever refer to clients. You can understand why. The issue, if nothing else, of client confidentiality, the issue of professionalism, the issue of people actually trusting me as we work their way together towards where it is they want to go. But I do want to tell you a client's story today. I have his permission. It is a very close friend of mine who many years ago came to me and said, I am the world's worst public speaker. Now, it's not an uncommon affliction, or an uncommon perception, I should say. It's not an uncommon fear. A lot of people are afraid of standing up on their hind legs and making a speech or presentation. This guy was the sales director of a life assurance company, and therefore making those presentations was actually an integral and important part of what it is that he had to do for a living. Now, he wasn't awful at it, but he certainly wasn't good at it either. He could have made so much more of himself because he was bloody good at his job, apart from the fact that he sweated planks every time he stood up in front of a group of people. He and I teased out where this might have originated, bearing in mind that we behave automatically, bearing in mind that those automatic behaviours were programmed into us during our formative years. He told me this short story. I can remember it as if it was yesterday, coming up to Christmas on the family farm. The whole family had actually got together for a big family party. Loads of drink was flowing, Christmas cake, biscuits, sweets, the works. And my mother bullied me into standing up in front of the fire to sing my party piece. And just as I started to sing, "How much is that doggie in the window?" 3 of my uncles started falling around the place laughing. I burst into tears and I ran out of the room into my bedroom and locked the door. He discovered many years later that his 3 uncles were laughing at a dirty joke. They weren't even doing him the justice of paying him attention. But his little mind, and by that I mean he was young at the time, his little mind was so impressed in a bad way by the feeling that he felt about himself at that particular moment in time, that he took one of these psychological snapshots that I'm always talking about. And that became a program, one of these pre-programmed things that we all carry around with us. Therefore, many years or decades later, when he would stand up in public, his pre-programmed mind would dictate his pre-programmed behaviour by looking out at the audience before him, asking itself the question, how do we behave in this situation? Calling up the picture of the 3 people laughing at him, and actually at that moment in time as an adult in front of the National Sales Conference, his subconscious mind was saying to him, well, really what you want to do here is burst into tears and run out of the room. And he would spend his whole presentation fighting it. Unfortunately, as normal, crazy people, we spend our lives fighting our own baggage. It all stops, however, when you realise, when you see, feel, hear, smell and taste what it's like to be actually here, in the now, in the present.